Welcome back to Charts using Google Sheets. This is video 18, and in this video we will continue where we left off with video 17, where we had created a chart that looks like this. Column chart with one series of data. What we will do in this video is add some labels and some titles to look like this. First, we will add the x-axis labels so that we identify what each of these columns indicates, and so that's going to be the student show number, and so we will also add a title for the x-axis, and then we'll add a main title, net amount received by students, and then a subtitle, Market Lambs Tulelake Fair 2020. To begin, bring up the chart that we created in the previous lesson 17. When we have the chart on a full page, we have some options available to us here through these tabs in the upper right. And our focus today will be on Edit Chart. The chart editor appears, and we have two tabs that we will work with. We have the Setup and also the Customize. We'll begin with the setup. First of all, the chart type is already selected for us. Column chart. The one item we need to take care of here is the x-axis. Our series is reflected here on the y-axis when we did our original chart, selecting that data, the net amount received by the student. But we don't have any labels here on the x-axis. Here's the process to do that. Click Add X-Axis. Window appears. We could type in directly the range, but if we don't know what that range is, what we can do is go ahead and click the Worksheet button to select a data range. And now we're prompted for that range. Once again, we could type that range in directly, but instead what we will do is go ahead and click back to the original worksheet, which was Sort Net Amount. Takes us back to that worksheet. Carefully select the range of data that corresponds to the net amount received, and that would be the student show number. And that's going to be the range A6 through A26. And there it is. It reveals the name of the worksheet and then also the range selected within that worksheet. Make sure you're extra careful doing that. Very important to make those selections accurately. Click OK. Confirm that each label is appropriately placed below the column. Once we have that completed, we can leave the Setup tab and go over to Customize so that we can add some labels or titles. Selection 2, Chart and Axis Titles. Drop that box down. Let's go ahead and start with our main title, chart title. Net amount. And let's add to that received by students. Get my spelling correct. Net amount received by students. So that's our main title. There's some options here that you can explore later. Let's move down to Format. Let's go ahead and make that bold. Let's also align that in the center. Net amount received by students. Back to chart and axis titles. Let's now go in and put in a chart subtitle. We'll use title case for our subtitle, meaning that the first letter of each word is capitalized. Market Lambs Tulelake Fair 2020. Let's make that bold. And we will also place that in the center. Back to chart and axis titles. We need one for the x-axis, which would be the horizontal axis. In all caps, this will be the student show number. There it is, showing up on the horizontal x-axis. We'll go ahead and make that bold. It's already aligned in the center. And the last title is our vertical axis, the Y. That was already placed on the chart when we created the chart in lesson 17. The only change we need to make to that is, let's go ahead and make it bold. And now we have a real nice looking column chart, which shows the net amount received by the students at the Tulelake Fair and also includes their exhibitor number. And that will conclude video 18 of adding labels and titles to our column chart.